Hey guys, it's Caley with Project Me, and we are coming from windy Colorado. That's the name of this place right now, to show you a workout and how to really get intense in your workout. So I'm with one of our incredible Mies, Marissa Matizzi. Did I say it right again?
Yes.
Okay. Winning, and she's already gotten results. So tell us about some of your results so far.
So I've already lost 12 pounds from the workout program, and I want to lose an extra just 5 more pounds to reach my goal.
Yep.
And to look a little bit more athletic as a person and look more toned.
Perfect. So toning, athleticism, already down 12, want to be down 5 more.
Yes.
And this program is going to help you because my understanding is you are going on vacation. Where are you going and why? And why are you taking this?
I'm going to Florida to visit my friend in Miami, so I'll be gone for like 13 days. So
Miami can be a lot of fun, so you have to really stay on track while you're there.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so that's why we're here. We're going to give you a program to do while you're gone because you guys already down 12 pounds, want to do 5 more. We don't want to go backwards when you're on a trip, and we want to have something that's easy for you to be able to do workout-wise. You were saying that maybe you would even just work out like in your friend's house before she gets up.
Yeah.
Because maybe she won't want to do the same thing. So this is going to be something you can do from anywhere. You have no equipment. It's going to be super simple, and it's going to be 24 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
And you told me she's like, I'll do an hour, but I'm giving you 24 minutes. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Before we get started, I just want to talk about intensity a little bit. One thing that I've noticed is that even though we have the Project Me workout program, a lot of people don't do full range of motion and get completely exhausted. So that's what we're going to go for today.
Sounds good.
And we're going to do something called a Tabata. It is an exercise program, but I have 6 specific exercises. It'll be full body. We're going to do it right here for you guys in the grass. We're going to watch her sweat for 24 minutes. It's going to be so great. So with that, I'm going to demonstrate each exercise. For you guys and for you, when you do this later on, I want to make sure that you guys are using this Tabata timer and you are going back to back. So we'll do 4 minutes of every exercise. It's a 20-second on and a 10-second break. 20 seconds on, 10-second break for a total of 4 minutes. And right after that, you're gonna press start and you're gonna move to the next exercise. So it'll be perfect, convenient for when you're on your trip, and we'll alternate in some running with that when you're out there.
I'm excited.
Are you
Let's
ready
go.
to go? Okay, so we are gonna start off. Guys, download an app. It's the Tabata app, and I use my phone, so this is my training tool that I have here. And we're gonna start with air squats. So we're just gonna start with warming up our lower body. And an air squat is basically your toes are gonna be hip width distance, right? Your tummy's in tight. You're sitting back. I always say, do camp ever?
I used to.
Okay, so it's like peeing in the woods. This is
Okay.
the technical term. So your arms are forward for balance. You're gonna sit back, jetpack on your butt. You're gonna pop up quick. So that's an air squat. I think that's where the pop comes from. So the full look is going to be down, pop, pop, right? So you're like, it's not like a normal slow squat. Yeah. It's more of a pop.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
For progression for you guys, if you can't do an air squat, legs a little bit wider, just do your normal slow squats. Not you. You have to do the full air squat. So I got my Tabata timer that's on here. All right, so I've got my Tabata timer that's on my phone here. We're gonna start with 20 seconds of air squats, break for 10 seconds. I'll watch your form. The goal is to be completely exhausted by the last set. So if you're falling over, you did so good. Okay, on your marks, Tabata timer. 3, 2, 1, go. So you wanna go a little bit deeper. There we are. And really concentrate on the up, down, pop. And squeeze your abs when you're coming up. Yep, and even squeeze your butt when you're coming up. So I'm gonna encourage you to go a little bit faster. We're gonna be pop, 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 pop. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, rest. We have a 10-second break. You're gonna go back into it. Full range of motion and everything. I see everybody do partial range. You're not getting the full muscle group. Okay, so full range, go. So we're on round 2 of 8. There we go. Really focus it. And the more that you squeeze everything, the better. So think about pulling your abs super tight. Pop it up fast. Heart rate's already coming up, I can see. 2, 1, break. This 10-second break is so great, isn't it?
Yes.
Just enjoy it. This is when you can get water, but we didn't bring water.
No.
No, we did not. Okay, go. Round 3, a little bit deeper. Yeah, you can feel the difference of that deepness, right?
Yeah.
Go. I could be doing some of this with you. Which I really want to do. With each set, you're gonna get tired, so your form's gonna get worse. It's okay if you get slower, just don't sacrifice form. So keep sitting back. Yep. So you feel it right in your tush, right? And keep squeezing those abs. Hooked.
Oh,
Are they starting to get shaky?
yeah.
Okay. Because by the last one, like you should be like trying to get up, basically. If you fail on video, amazing. Go. All the way down. Really think. Pop, 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 pop. There you go. My knees sound so cool. Almost there, girl. All the way down, all the way down. Squeeze the core. Good job. Rest. Okay, so you're on your set 8. This is basically where we're almost getting to failure. I can hear your heart rate's probably about 150 right now, so you're pretty high, which is awesome. So let's see the last set, last form. We're talking about making sure you're not sacrificing range of motion. So all the way down there, think about your pop. Yep, you can see like that little struggle where we're starting to fail out. That's what you guys want. That's where you know you completely exhausted the muscle group. You're so close, so close. Rest. Yes, okay. So I know that in your practice, you're gonna keep going right away, but tell me how you feel right now.
I'm pretty tired.
Pretty tired. Compared to your normal level of workout for just a squat, does that feel different?
Yes,
It does.
it does.
Does it, what do you feel like in comparison?
I feel like I went a lot lower than
Yeah.
usual.
Yeah.
Sometimes someone looked at me and I guess I'm about pushing myself to my
Right.
limit.
Yeah.
I can't breathe right now.
And I'm super out of breath. So what's incredible about that is if you have a place where she has a mirror, watch yourself so you can actually see your form, because you want your butt, if you can, to meet where your knees are at. You just don't want your knees far forward.
Yeah.
So there's a couple times where you start to come forward, so you want to make sure you're sitting back. But you guys, in Tabatas, what we're doing is we're exhausting that muscle group. So basically, we're depleting your energy storage in a certain area. And what happens after that is there's this calorie burn for the next 24 to 36 hours in that area. So you're not just working out now.
Yeah.
While you go to the beach in Miami, you're gonna be getting the burn the whole time.
There we go.
Yeah! All right, so we've recovered. Your
Yes.
breath's down. How are you feeling?
I'm already feeling it in my legs a little.
Getting a little shaky by this
Yeah.
last exercise. It's gonna feel great. Like I said, we're relaxing a little bit more now. When you're doing this at home, the more that you can go back to back, that's your goal. If you need to take a break for some water, you'll progressively work up to that. But for the full like strengthening, you want to be able to get this done in 24 minutes. So it's like you end one, you press start, right? We're gonna move to our shoulders. So I'm actually gonna give your legs a break, and we're gonna work shoulders and your chest, and it's with an exercise called the dive bomber. And there's 3 different ways you can do this, because you might not be able to do the full dive bomber, or our friends might not be able to, and by the end you could actually like just knock your face. So I'm going to give you some progressions that you might move to in the end. The 8th one though, I'm going to have you go back to the original dive bomber.
Okay.
If you can only do one, it's perfect. All right, so we're getting into our shoulders, and then I'm going to be, I don't know if you can still get where I'm at right here. Your tush is going to be in the air. Picture this motion right here, arms up, and pull your arms down over your head. It's meant to work your lats and your shoulders. So even just do this and squeeze. This is the easiest version, or the most simple version. If you get super tired by the end, you're going to be right here. Okay, so now we're going to invert, and you're going to put your hands down on the ground, and you're going to make a mountain with your body. Okay, widen your hands a little bit more, like out. Yep, and now you're going to bring your head down towards the ground with weight in your arms. Okay.
Like that?
Yep, this is a mountain push-up, and watch me real quick. So I'm just gonna go this way in the camera so they can see how wide my arms are. So my arms are a little wider, and my weight's kind of out of my toes, or into my toes, out of my feet, and I'm going straight down my head and up. That's the mountain push-up. That's gonna be a modification too.
Okay.
The final one is you're gonna act like your body's going under a fence and back up. So you're down here, and you're gonna bend down at the arms and go under a fence, and then back up. And then, so you're dive bombing under a fence.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with the full dive bomber, 20 seconds. When you can't do any more of those, we'll start to progress to mountain push-up, and if we have to stand up, we'll do that. But the 8th set, we're gonna do the full thing.
Okay.
Okay, that was a lot of break, but now you guys are gonna know how to do this. Tabata timer, here we go. Have you done this ever before?
No.
Oh, your lats and your shoulders and your decks are gonna love it. Everything's gonna love it. Okay, so on our marks, I'll fix your form while you're down there. You just keep doing what you're doing. This is the extra bonus workout where you're not working out. 3, 2, 1, go. So like you're going under a fence. Yep. And then just push your butt back in the air. So she's going forward and back. Keep going like that. That's super impressive to be able to go back as well. You might only get a few of those in. So if you need to go forward and then just like straight put your butt in the air. Yep, like that. And kind of feel the stretch. Down. Rest. Yep. You can see your struggle just coming down.
Yeah.
You'll get better at these. It's a different type of area that we don't work as much. So, and it's go time. Right back down there. Down and under. And back. Full range of slippery little sucker. Part of the fun of working out in the grass. So she's getting this right in her shoulders and she's getting back here in her lats. And rest. So you can all right, so as Marissa gets better at these, you want to try to bring your chest down as close to the ground as possible. So you want to come all the way, yep. Yeah, there you go. And even I'm going to touch you right here. Yes! Win! Okay, rest for a second. When you get to where you're there coming a little better, you're coming, like your chest is actually touching and coming back up. It's different, you guys. Okay, go. And you guys, you'll be surprised when Marissa comes back after 13 days of doing this type of stuff, she's gonna have a lot more strength where these are gonna be even easier. So I'm gonna have the next set, I'm gonna have you move to mountain push-ups so we get deep into our shoulders because we're getting less and less, right? No problem. How's that all feel?
It's hard.
Super hard. Okay, so mountain push-up, remember, is just straight up and down. So booty up and then down to almost touch your, yeah. See, now she's getting deep all the way, full range of motion. You might start with these and then move on and then get harder later on. So think about this squeeze right there, yeah. You don't work a lot of lats unless you guys are doing pull-ups. Okay, rest. 3 more, girl. You got it. Look, you're even working your shoulders in between. Amazing. And go. All right, so just a reminder, keep going. You're looking great here. I'm going to point out, so when Marissa's doing this, she's working a different area. She's working the back of her arms and she's working her lats. So she's squeezing her back. Instead of a push-up, you're working right here. You're working your chest. This is a full different range of motion. Yep, rest is going to be your last one. So I want you to go back to the dive bomber.
Okay.
I love to count the number I got in the first time and the last time. So full range of motion as much as you can, closest to just, yep. Okay, failure is winning in Tabatas. So you are absolutely winning right now because it's so hard. Let's try to get one more in there. All the way up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe as hard as you can.
Oh my God, my arms are jello.
That's okay. All right, okay, you're done. Good job. Can you lift them both up? She's
Barely.
She can still lift them up. If you need to go to this, but you know what, you succeeded this time, so I don't expect you to ever have to go to that. But all of us are at different levels.
Yes.
So when I've started this, sometimes I have to start there, but try to keep rocking them just like that. You're gonna be so good at dive bombers by the end of this. All right, so if you're doing those lateral squeezes, I just wanna show you guys, because I can do this almost all day long. So do this for me. Oh, pump it up, right? Like, yeah, that's just you at a party.
Yeah.
Okay, so turn back around and lift your arms up. I want you to focus on squeezing right here as you pull down. Really flex, and actually, yeah, keep doing that. You guys see her muscles are engaging? She's pulling right here tight and right here. Isn't it hard just to squeeze?
Yeah.
You can make an exercise without any weights, you guys. It's super difficult, so you really want to focus on that squeeze. Good job. Okay, I don't want to exhaust you anymore. So make sure you're squeezing correctly if you're just doing the pull downs. All right, so we've finished 2 exercises so far.
Yes.
We are almost halfway done. We've got to get our 3rd one in. And how are you feeling? Like, how does this compare to the other workouts you do?
It feels a lot more intense because I have someone pushing me.
Right.
Instead of working out by myself, I like I don't know, like how to push myself sometimes. Like it helps when you have someone there helping you push, and
Right.
like you're like telling me to go down lower and like just keep going. It helps a lot when someone's telling you. So.
Right. Okay, but I gotta ask you, I don't get to go to Florida with you. I really want to,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna be there. So one of my favorite things about Tabatas is you can push yourself
Yes.
once you know the range of motion. So I want you to use a mirror as your coach when you're there.
Okay.
And also think about, like, you want the results.
Yes.
So if you want cuts in your arms, you have to go full range of motion.
Yes.
Otherwise, we can get you guys thinner, but in terms of actually like toning, it's got to be full range.
Yes.
So think about your goals as you're working out.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we're about to do one of everybody's favorites, which is burpees.
Oh gosh.
Yes. So I'm gonna give you guys just a couple options on burpees. Show me your full burpee actually. Let me just see that real quick.
Do you want me to do a push-up in it or just?
I just need you to touch your chest. I don't care if you do a push-up, but you need to drop to your full chest.
Okay.
So this is what I would consider a full burpee, is when she gets her chest down and all the way out. That's perfect. Okay, don't wear yourself out because you gotta do 4 minutes with these girls. So that would be the full push-up. You don't have to like stop, like I'll just drop. Oh, watch your water bottle. Just kidding. Okay, so I'll just drop all the way down, which is perfect as well. If you can't do that for our friend, or as you start to get tired, it might start to look as a step out. I just want you to lay all the way down each time, even if you're like, I want to make sure that you're laying all the way down. This is a squat thrust, down and out. That's a lot of modification, which if we need to have any of our people do that, we can do that as well. Okay, so you know the drill now. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Burpees, your favorite, my favorite. Are you ready?
Yes.
Woo! Okay, I'm not. Just kidding, I am. On your marks. 3, 2, and go. Look at that jump, too. Talk about vertical. Echo, you should come do these. Vertical it up with us. We've got all our friends here. So this is good form, you guys. Burpees, if you're touching your chest, they don't have to be pretty. Full range of motion is, when she's dropping all the way down. All right, rest. Sometimes when I'm like down during the rest, I just lay there. So you can come back up, but just so you know, like sometimes like, I'm down. Go. All right. Set 2. If your lower back starts to hurt at all, you guys see how she kind of has an arch in her lower back? Make sure you're squeezing your abs. You need to protect your back. So if it starts to happen, start to modify a bit. This is no problem. And rest. See, that's what I do too. This is the proper rest form, right there. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Barky at all?
No.
Okay.
Oh crap, I forgot to hit record. We need to start over. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
You play this game with me all the time. I'm just like,
She's looking at me like, I'm gonna kill you.
there's no way. All right, we're on set 5, so drop down. We're gonna start to modify a little bit. So just step, step, all the way down, and then pull, step, step. So here's your first level of modification. I still like you to do that jump up top. Yep. And if we need to modify a little bit more is when we don't touch our chest. You guys, this is so difficult because she just worked upper body and legs. So everything's already tired. It's part of the, you are doing great. You'll be in Florida, you'll be looking yourself in the mirror, do this in your bathing suit, you'll be like, yeah girl, you look so good. All right, so this one, this one, let's go ahead and modify. So let's do the squat thrust. Down, out, in, up. You're still gonna get into your shoulders, so still have the jump, yep, down, just jump out, in, squat thrust. Still tired, right?
Yeah.
Still feeling it. Now remember, this is set 7. Always on set 8, we go back to the original. Even if you can only do 2, perfect. So you've got your very final set here. This means we're tired. This means we're good. Okay, final countdown. She'd be counting these right now. I found her to go back to the original because it's her final set. So she's not modifying. And if you started with squat thrusts, you end with squat thrusts. So just start where you finish where you started. Almost there. 3, this is 4. 2, 1. Yes! Good job. You want some water?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I already started you. I was like ready to go. Okay, guys. So we are in our we're done with half, all right?
Yeah.
We started with your legs, your butt, we worked into your arms and your shoulders, then I got your cardio up with full body. So now we're gonna keep switching it up so you're not completely exhausted the whole time in one area. We're gonna go back to arms. The last arms though, okay? So we have 1 arms, 1 legs, and 1 abs, and then you're done. All right, so let's get into our triceps next. And it's one of the areas that I love to work because I really feel like it changes the definition of how your arms look, right? And a lot of girls, just innately, if you're a girl watching this, we don't build big tricep muscles. So this tricep push-up, I'm not sure if you'll be able to do, but we're gonna try one and see. And then I've got a couple modifications. So you guys, tricep, back of your arm, right? We're gonna go down to a push-up position, but I'm gonna show you standing up. Put your arms straight in front of you. Now you're gonna hold your elbows in and they're gonna scrape along your body. So they're actually gonna touch your body. Now push back out, come back in and scrape along. I want you guys to practice this first because innately when you go down, you're gonna wanna go out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna put all the weight into your triceps. So let's go down to full range of motion. So you're just gonna go down to a plank position and then squeeze your tummy, squeeze your butt. Now bring your shoulders, yep, a little bit closer. Now bring your triceps straight back as you come down. Okay, so this is perfect. No, this is what I want everybody to see. I don't know, probably like 1 out of 10 girls can do a tricep push-up. Okay, so we're gonna go right onto our knee modification. And you guys, if you can only do this, I don't want you doing tricep push-ups because you're not getting full range of motion. So that was great. So I want you to be in a knee position, still having like a flat body plank, and your hands are close together. And I just had wrist surgery, so don't watch my form all the way, right? So you're gonna bring your elbows back, chest down, and all the way up. Perfect. So you see that struggle that she's got going on there? That's a great tricep push-up. Try to touch every time. Squeeze your tummy tight. Yep. And then when we get to where your back starts to hurt, we're gonna modify. So we're gonna start with that.
Okay.
Ready for those?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Tabata timer. Here we go. Exercise number 4. Last arm exercise. You're so excited. On your marks, get set. Stop. No, on your marks, get set. Go. All right, so straight back. This is going to change, you guys, like 13 days when Marissa's gone, this is going to change the appearance of her arms. If she can keep doing these, right? Keep going. I'm going to kind of even show you a modification while you're here. You're actually going to go to where your butt's going to be out, okay? So you're not going to be in flat plank. You're going to be right here, butt's out a little bit.
Okay.
So once you start to have a dip in your lower back, it's okay to have your butt up in the air.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see the form on this one. Bring your knees even a little bit closer. A little bit more, a little bit. Yep, there you go. Now just straight down. There you go.
Oh my god, I'm so weak.
No, you're good. All right, those are getting pretty hard. So
Yes.
we're on our second to last set. I'm gonna have you stand up. We're gonna modify further. This is my favorite way to do triceps. So you're actually gonna bend over the hips right here. So straight right here. Oh, wait, hold on, right like this. And you're gonna lift your, yep. Now lock your elbows in next to your arms. Now lift your arms up straight, right here, and squeeze as hard as you can. Now bend back in, bend. So watch me real quick. So we're gonna be right here, straight, bend, straight, bend. Now I want you to keep going through this last set. So then jump on down, straight, bend in. You can see she's shaking a little bit. That's because she's squeezing hard. This is like those lat pull downs where, and this is your break. Sorry, I made you work through your break. No, you gotta keep going. I took your break up. Okay, so you're gonna see that she's shaking a little bit because she's working completely. And if you're just go fast for me for a second, not gonna work. Okay, up and squeeze for like 3 seconds. Up and squeeze and come down. Up and squeeze and come down. Yes. Okay, there's your real. There's your real done. You guys, with that, I want to tell you, I've had this wrist injury since February. I've been working my triceps 100% through those isometrics. So if you're needing to build up to the point of doing triceps, that's no problem. Anytime where you feel like your back's starting to arch, you're gonna pop up. And just remember, you wanna be flat like there's a cup of coffee on your back, and you're lifting straight up and squeezing till like pinches, and come back in.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, triceps done. Arms are done for the day.
Yay.
So we've got our chest sore, we've got full body, we've got our booty. We're gonna move to one more leg exercise.
Okay.
How much do you love lunges?
They're okay. They're not my favorite,
But they work everything,
Yes.
so I love them. So not only do we get to do lunges, we're gonna start with jumping lunges.
okay.
If those, and for 4 minutes, you guys, that's a long time. We'll modify from there, and then the last set, I want you to do jumping lunges again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna demonstrate some form for lunges, and when you guys are doing lunges, I wanna think square. So I'll stand right here, and then I'm gonna have you do it. But it's a little bit wider of a step than you would think. And when you come down, you want to basically have a square and a square, and your chest is up. So it's upright, and if you're just lunging right here, I always see people drop. So I say, like, pretend like your body's in a toaster. So you want to be like stationary up and down. So you're jumping from one. If you need to jump in between and go down, you can. Ideally, we're just jumping side to side. Notice again, full range of motion. My knee is basically tapping every time. My knees are a little red after lunge hops because I make sure I get all the way down. Okay, so let me see your form. Just step out, practice the form once. So all the way down. Fantastic. Look at those legs. Can you get those entire legs in there? Because you've got so many of them. Okay, up, and then show the other side. Perfect. Yeah, so you see, then if you got balance might be an issue at first, but perfect. So we're just gonna hop from one to the other.
Okay.
And then modifications I'll give you as we go through.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay, Tabata time ring. 2 more exercises. You can do it. All right, here we go. So all the way down. Those are gorgeous. Guys, she's getting her knee all the way down every time. Something that I love is that as you're doing your exercises, you have a little bit of a wobbly core. That means that you're strengthening. As you're pulling in, rest. Do you feel how your body kind of like shakes a little bit?
Yeah.
So every time she's just gathering strength. You're gathering strength. So as you're squeezing your core, that's going to get tighter and tighter. So you're working your core right now too. Okay, let's do it again. Full jump. Good. All right, we just wrapped up number 6. We're on number 7. Let's modify a little bit. I'm just gonna have you step now. Step out and together. Out and go. There you go. So once you start to get tired, the legs are so shaky you can't even jump. Here's where you're gonna be, just out together. That's great form, you guys. Look at how her legs are 90-degree angles, all the way down, tummy super tight. You are almost done with lunges. You're almost done with your workout. 3, 2. Okay, last breather. We're going to our final one. And what do we do on our final one every time?
Do the full set.
The original. Even if you can only do a couple of them.
Okay.
Right? So all the way down. And set. And see, I love that. That's if you can make it all the way through, if you have to do that hop, it's just because we're at the complete failure. I love how you're getting to failure on everything. This is perfect. Make sure you're getting all the way down. Less is more. It's more about the form. Perfect. Shake the legs out. Let them rest for a second. Oh my gosh. She's done an incredible job, you guys. We only have one exercise. I love to end with abs because you can lay down, right?
Exactly.
So easy. So have you ever heard or talked to anybody where they think that they're going to get big legs?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm like, I can't do lunges, I'll get big thighs.
Right. And I think that's a common misconception, and it depends on where we're at. We're not in the weight room.
Yeah.
We're not throwing up big weights right now. We're working on toning. So just a reminder that as you're doing this, you're working on cuts and toning in all the different areas of your body. So that's what Tabatas are for. So no need to worry about that,
Okay.
both for the lunges and the squats that we
Okay.
have. Final thing, do you want to tone your abs?
Yes.
Do you have an ab goal?
I just want to be fit.
Yeah,
Might have a couple abs.
right. Just flat.
Flat, yeah.
Flat and
Completely
fit.
flat.
Yes, I love that. I like it instead of what I've got going on right now with the baby in there. So let's go down to our abs.
Okay.
We're gonna do something called an in and out. This will be our final Tabata, and then you guys, we're gonna be done. Okay, we're here, we're doing it, we're resting. Except for we're not gonna rest when we're in Florida. Absolutely not. In and outs. We're gonna start, and you guys, if you're awesome at abs, you can even do V-ups, but 4 minutes is a lot of these. So start with your full body up, tuck your knees in and hold on tight right here. Now bring your hands by your right by your ankles. We're gonna open up into a hollow where you're, right there, and you're gonna come back and touch your ankles, and then open up. Make sure you're pulling your abs in. Yep, super tight. So pause real quick. What I'll see a lot of times when people work abs is one, they don't breathe right, and they push their abs out. If you're trying to create a tummy where you have your abs pushed out, that's perfect. We're not trying to.
No.
We're not trying to do that.
No.
So I want you to focus on sucking your abs in the whole time, and breathe during when it's hard for the exercise. So you're gonna breathe as you come out. You're gonna breathe out. So it's whenever it's the hardest part for you. Okay. For me, it's kind of hard when I'm right here. You feel that? I breathe out loud a lot of times when I do abs too, because then I remember to breathe. So you ready for 4 minutes of those?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll show you a couple modifications when you start to die.
Okay.
You guys too. All right, on your marks. It said start and pause all at the same time. Okay, go. I just started right into there. So we're up, all the way together, all the way open. Keep going because I started it wrong, don't worry. now I know you're gonna get bonus abs right here. Sometimes when you're working with a coach, you get bonus abs. That means an extra 10 seconds for you. Love it. This is great form, you guys. She's going all the way back and all the way up, touching your heels each time. Okay, rest. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Do you feel your stomach pulling in tight instead of pushing out?
Yeah.
And does the breathing help?
Yes, it helps a lot.
Yeah, you can tell a difference, right?
It's a breeze in there.
Yeah, I think we all free to breathe. Okay, hit it again. As she's going right there, I want to show you guys if it starts to get hard, you're going to actually grab onto the back of your legs and pull with your legs. So it might get a little bit less. It's not cheating, it's modifying, right? We need a little bit of a break and rest. So you see that where that will help,
Yeah.
kind of holding on. And at the very end, if we can't do anything, it's like little movements, but you're just trying to hold your dear life up. Okay, go. Okay, so that was set 7. We've got our final set coming up, so we're going to be back to full range of motion. Let's see how many you can do, making sure you're going all the way out.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Last set. I would work out with her, you guys, but she's doing so good. I'm just going to watch. All the way back, focus on the core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yep. Your abs are going to be so happy. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and die. How did you do?
Good.
Okay, so with this full thing, can you tell a difference of what this is like for your normal workouts compared to this type of workout?
I feel like I'm working more of my body in
Yeah.
just one area.
Full body,
So I was only focusing on cardio a lot.
right?
But I feel like I'm burning more fat and weight by doing the whole body workout.
Can you actually feel that it's just
Yeah.
not like one area of your body, and you don't have to necessarily do legs one day and arms one day, and you're going to be on a trip.
Yeah.
So do you think that this, like, how will this be easier to do than maybe going to the gym when you're on your vacation?
Because you can just do this wherever you are. Like,
Yeah,
you don't need to go to the gym. You can just do it in your bedroom.
right. While your roommate's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then last question for you is, in terms of intensity, do you see how this could make a difference, or how do you think this will make a difference in the results you've gotten so far? You've lost 12 pounds, you want to lose 5 more. Do you see how or why your body could change doing this type of exercise?
I feel like doing all these exercises are going to help me be more toned instead of more like just timing everything.
Yeah.
Lost weight. I'll be more toned and look more athletic than just
Than anything.
Yeah.
I love that you're still kind of out of breath as you're trying to start to talk. That means you worked your tush off. I'm so proud of you. High tens,
Yes.
all the way around. You guys, we just took you through full body workout, Tabata style. This is something you can do from anywhere. Key things I want you to remember is that this is quick, right? No
Yes.
excuses. When people tell me that they can't work out, I'm like, guess what? You can, because you don't even have to do, let's say one day you have 12 minutes, get 3 of the exercises done. No excuses, right? The second thing is full range of motion. It was always about you going all the way down, all the way up. Full extension, like don't sacrifice form for anything else.
Okay.
And the third thing is just your intensity. So pushing as hard as you can. You want to fail when you're exercising. Like
Yes.
failing is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with your exercise program, doing this every day is probably going to be tough. So what I encourage you to do, especially if the weather's nice out there, is do your Tabata intervals and then run the next day. You've been running, yes?
Yes, I've been running.
How much have you been running?
I've run like every day for like 30 or 40 minutes.
And that's made a difference in your results, I'm understanding, right?
Yes.
When did you add that into your program?
I started right away
Okay.
with cardio.
Okay. So adding that in, you guys, will be great for alternating what you're doing and giving you a little opportunity to let those muscles rest. Because if you try to do it every day, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You have to repair. And remember, it'll take 24 to 36 hours is how long you're going to be burning afterwards. So I'm super proud of you. Let's help each other up. I don't know who that was harder for. Me or you. Thank you so much for joining
no
us
problem.
today.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I'm
for
excited
having
for your
me.
trip. Next time we'll all go with you.
Yes.
Yep.
Plan.
Why not? Bye, guys.
Bye.